Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm Ryan Bondy, and this is Bondy on Baseball, episode 5. Spring has sprung, folks. It is among us, and baseball started. The Jays played their first 2 spring training games this week. Anthony Kay, left-handed pitcher, looking for a spot in the rotation, showed up. Last year, his fastball was around 93 miles an hour. This year, this bro comes in throwing 97. He pitched 2 scoreless, 2 hitless innings for the Jays. He looked fantastic. Rowdy Tellez, that sweet butter swing from the left side. He went 2 for 2, hit a rocket double down the right field line for a ground rule double. Almost cleared the bases. It robbed him of an RBI, but man, he's making some sweet contact. Bo Bichette had a couple of bats with 8 pitches. That's incredible. Let's run out these pitchers in the AL East. Using the sockets. Jacob Waguespack. Here's another guy that might be trying to get a spot in the Jays bullpen, maybe even the starting rotation, and didn't have the greatest showing yesterday. I think he's working on his mechanics a little bit. And here's something, folks. We can't get too worried about things in spring training. Sometimes there are outings where a pitcher will go out and just focus on a 2-seamer and a changeup. So he won't be mixing his pitches up as much as he would in the regular season. They need to find that release. They need to find their pitches in their body in order to not think about it. It needs to become second nature during the season. So that's all they're doing. I'm not too worried, but he was a little bit iffy if we were going to talk about something a little iffy. Game 2, Robbie Ray. Depending on if he's going to be the 3rd or 4th spot, he will be in the starting rotation. His job and focus this spring was to throw strikes, and folks, he did exactly that. Had a little bit more command than he had last year. He's definitely found something different. I'm excited because if we can get Arizona Diamondbacks Robbie Ray, this is a different rotation. Nate Pearson came out, little bit of trouble finding the strike zone. Not too worried. First 4 pitches were like 98, 99, 99, and 100. This guy throws gas. If he can find the zone, it's going to be beautiful. In Game 1, David Cone, legendary pitcher and broadcaster of the New York Yankees, chirped Gleyber Torres, possibly one of the greatest burns. A liner was hit up the middle, and a Yankee fan yelled, "Double play!" And Gleyber missed it, was a little short. I don't think anybody was going to get to it. But David Cone says, the Yankee fan's voice yelling double play had more range than Gleyber Torres. That is, one, beautiful, but also had to be premeditated. He had that thing in his back pocket. If Gleyber wasn't to make a play, he had that thing ready to go, ready to sail. I loved it. It wouldn't be a baseball show if we didn't talk about the greatest baseball player that is currently playing, and that's Mike Trout. The LA Angels need to do something and get Mike Trout into the playoffs. Now, last year they picked up Anthony Rendon. He kind of fell through a little bit due to injury. We do still expect big things from Anthony Rendon, but the biggest piece to this puzzle, this 3rd piece that the Angels might need to push them over the edge, is Shohei Ohtani. The next player since Babe Ruth to be a pitcher and a hitter. We've seen what he can do with the bat. He hits the ball to all fields from the left side. Just beautiful. Waits for that ball back in the zone, gets the head on it, and can send it. As a pitcher, we haven't seen him stay healthy. He obviously has electric stuff. His ball's got a lot of spin, a lot of late movement on it. Guys are so fooled by it, but if he can't do it consistently, what's the point? This year, they are going to take the training wheels off and let this guy fly. He is scheduled to start either Thursday or Friday this week. It'll be interesting to see where he's at as a pitcher. But they need to add to their pitching rotation. Jose Quintana is not the guy to get you to the playoffs. So Jake Odorizzi is still out there. Even Cole Hamels, provided he's still healthy, is out there. We know Mike Trout's going to produce. These guys need to step it up because we need playoff baseball with the greatest player to play the game. Question comes in from @the Paloma Nunez, and she asks, what do I think of Alejandro Kirk? He is our catching prospect, little guy, quite stocky. What I love about Alejandro Kirk is he doesn't necessarily fit the archetype of a baseball player, but when you watch this guy hit, his bat stays in the zone so long and he's got such low center of gravity that his ability to turn around on the ball and hit it to all fields, he calls a great game so far. Him stepping up last year, learning the rotation, learning the bullpen, coming in and really doing a job for Toronto, he's earned his spot for a shot at being the backup for Danny Jansen this year. Obviously, Reese McGuire is there too, and he can be a notable player as well. But right now, I think for that second string catcher, we're looking at Alejandro Kirk. I'm excited about it. This Friday, Bondy on Baseball is going live on Instagram with our first special guest, Ben Laxton. He's going to come on and we're going to talk about the St. Louis Cardinals. They possibly picked up the greatest trade this year in Nolan Arenado, plugging in at third base for them. They already had Paul Goldschmidt. This team is going to be an incredible team to look out for. So we're going to talk to Ben about that on Friday. And again, leave your comments, ask questions. I will answer them on this thing. If you feel like you're a specialist on your team and you want to come talk, you want to come yell at me, if you're a Yankees fan, you want to come talk to me, if you're a Braves fan, let's get you on here. Let's just experiment. Let's see what happens, because this is what this is about. Thank you again for tuning in to episode 5 of Bondy on Baseball, and we will see you this week. Go Jays.
Hey, Bondy, you up.